Welcome to Catania, Sicily. What's your first impressions?
Staying in the airport looks good.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know.
you don't feel like we are in Italy or in Europe at all. The weather and everything, the atmosphere, everything looks like we are in Sri Lanka. I mean, Sicily is really close to Africa than to Rome, so it makes sense. So that's Catania Central Station. We took around 15-minute cab ride, Uber ride from the airport to a hotel near the station. So it's good, convenient. Now we are trying to find a place to eat. What's the time now? It's
11:15.
11:30.
30.
11:30 a.m. Right. I mean, these trees are even, I think, African trees. I don't know. Yep, so we'll be exploring Catania, probably Syracuse. I can't guarantee because everything depends on our schedule and what happens. So, yeah, let's explore Sicily. Our first adventure in Sicily, crossing the road without any color signal lights. We survived our first road crossing in Sicily. I mean, last time when we were in Naples, it was the same, right?
Yeah, even in Sri Lanka it was almost like
Yeah, in Sri Lanka it's always the same, but in Naples, some road crossings don't have any signal lights, so you have to cross on your own instinct and trust the drivers. We are having Sri Lankan food in Sicily. Alright guys, that was authentic Sri Lankan restaurant in Catania, right? In Catania. And I'm having a Sri Lankan lion beer in Catania. Yep. Alright, now we're going back to the station to try and find out a way to Syracuse. We asked the guy in the restaurant, Sri Lankan guy, he didn't know, so we'll need to find out a way. There were no trains, right?
Huh?
There were no trains to Syracuse, right?
I don't know. There's no coverage.
Okay. Last time we checked, they didn't show us any trains, but let's find out. I mean, there should be trains. It's a short distance to Syracuse, but we'll find out. Right, just a comparison. So in Naples, it was much more crowded. We had, neighborhoods like this in Naples, but it was much more crowded, and the main thing was it was unclean. Here it's much more cleaner, and in Naples especially, they have like dog poop everywhere and all that. But so far, this is Catania at least, it's much more cleaner, especially around the station. So that's one, and also we feel much more safer here than in Naples. So that's one thing I can tell you. That's one major difference I see. Sunday morning in Catania, still people are going to work, going on with their lives, busy schedules. You can see Mount Etna from our balcony. You see that? Yeah, that's it, Mount Etna. I will do a quick room tour. So, as I told you, our hotel is right, next to the station, Central Station. So, Catania Central Station. It's a pretty big room. I'd say I have one small bed and one bed, double bed, bathroom. Showering area. So you have all the basic stuff, but some things are falling apart. That's the only issue here. Like for example, this door, one of the parts came off, and in the shower, on the floor, the water drain lid kind of thing came out. So some things are not pretty well made here. I don't know whether we'll have to let them know, because otherwise they'll say we did it, right? So that's the kind of thing, but still it's okay. It's convenient. It's close to the station. Last night we came around 10 p.m. and 9 p.m. and it was okay. It was busy even at that time. All the restaurants were open. So yeah, it's the room tour. We'll kickstart our first full day here in Sicily. Okay guys, I have some bad news for you. So, our plan was to go to the Valley of the Temples. Right? However, it takes almost one day to go to the Valley of the Temples, because we had to go from Catania to Messina, Palermo, Messina, then Palermo to that. That means we have to go all the way around Sicily to go to. There's no direct trains from Catania to that Valley of the Temples. So that's going to be, even to get to Palermo, it takes one day. If we leave right now, it's 9 a.m. now. It's like 4 p.m. when we get to Palermo. That's that's not possible. So travel tip time. If you are planning to come to Sicily, experience, you should not stay in Catania. Come to Catania, explore Catania, then move on. Fly or take the train to the next, like Palermo or Messina, whatever. Like that, move on. And leave it at least 4 or 5 days for Sicily, because travel times are extremely high here in Sicily. So now we are assessing what's our plan for today. Probably we'll explore Catania, because we didn't have time to do that as well. So let's see what's in store for us today. we decided to explore Catania today, right? So we'll be checking out the landmarks in Catania and checking out the city. So Catania it is. Otherwise, with our other plan, we wouldn't have any time for Catania, right? Yes. This is Mount Etna too. I think nobody's interested in the temples.
There's no tour
No temple.
location.
30 euros. Okay. So explain to us what happened.
Okay, we were going to explore Catania.
Yeah.
And so this tour bus.
Yeah.
And
Actually, he called us, right?
we were just checking out that board.
He,
They have two tours.
Yeah.
City tour
yeah.
and going to Mount Etna.
Yeah.
City tour we can just walk around. So we took the Mount Etna
Yeah.
tour. They leave at 11:30.
Yeah.
They stop at a couple of stops on the way to Mount Etna.
So they give us 3 hours in Mount Etna.
Yeah, 3 hours in Mount Etna, and
We can do whatever you want.
Yeah, 3 hours we can do whatever we want, and then we leave at 11:30 a.m.
Yeah.
and come back to Catania at 6 p.m.
Ah, okay.
So it's a good fare for 30 euros per person.
30 euros or 15?
30 euros per person.
Okay.
15 is the city tour.
Ah, okay. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Good price. Otherwise, we couldn't have done it by ourselves. Now it's 8:30 and we have 3 hours to kill. Yeah. I mean, let's go inside. I mean, I think Catania is a very underrated city. I don't see many tourists talk about Catania. So they go to Palermo or all these things, places. So this St. Agatha's Cathedral, I just read up the history of it and I realized that it had long history, but it was destroyed and rebuilt several times, multiple times throughout the history because of earthquakes and all that. So yeah, its history is very complicated, but the exterior is most recent and rebuilt in Baroque style, as you can see. So we had the famous elephant fountain in Catania. The fountain itself is like in the 1700s, but then the obelisk, Egyptian obelisk was added. Ini good. Itu turukan orang, ini mana? Iya. So today is Sunday, but restaurants are still open. Crowds, I don't say it's really crowded, but there are people in the streets. Shops are open as well, as you can see. So we are in the theatre complex here in Catania. €8 each entrance ticket. Okay, I'm going to read this. In the ancient theatre, the paradoi were the two lateral corridors. I'm not going to read it. You can read it yourselves. Yeah. It's interesting how they created. I'm not an expert, but how Romans created walls, because um, in Bologna they have this wall, two brick walls, and in the middle they filled it with rocks. Um, I'm more interested in how they created these arches because when the arch is curved, it can bear more weight than flat surfaces. I think they had these brick slabs and they gradually angled it, inclined it with more cement in between. This staircase reminds me of Verona.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
But Verona, it was like an arena. Here it's like an amphitheater. So that's where they would perform whatever the music or some art back in the day, and all the spectators would sit here. The front row seats, maybe the all the Roman Roman elite, generals and politicians, and common people at the back. Let's go up. So I read this photo. The description said that there was a house here and it was damaged from something, earthquake maybe. It's called earthquake house, and then the authorities took over that house and demolished it, and they found out that the house was actually built on top of the exterior wall of the theater. So goes to show that over time people take over these um, archaeological sites, and it's the same story for even Colosseum, because people have over time taken parts of the Colosseum to build their own houses, and that's how one part of the Colosseum is like damaged and all that, because people have taken away uh, the parts of the Colosseum to build their own houses and use as a source of material, building material over the centuries. So yeah, that's one side of history. Okay, I think it's time for us to leave here. This theater. Looking at the original columns and parts of the columns, it must have been a wonderful place. I mean, really extravagant, but uh, with time it has all deteriorated and come down. Okay, we got in the bus. We stopped at this town called Nicolosi. It's like a 10 minutes short stop. You can get a coffee or something and photos. We are already at the base of Etna, you can see, but it's covered in clouds, right?
Cloud, yeah. We had a good view from our hotel room.
Yeah.
We saw it like very clearly.
Yeah. But from here you can't see it because the summit of the mountain is covered in clouds. Time for photos. It says 1884. Looks like quite a new church. It's a small but elegant church. Small in terms of Italian churches, but yeah, elegant. Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, there's nothing else to see here. We'll just go back to our bus. Look at that. So, one thing I had to mention is that the cost of food and everything is very cheap, right?
Yeah.
Very affordable. So, what did you have for snack? What are those?
Yeah, the Sicilian
Snack,
the
right?
local snack. And 2 cappuccinos.
Yeah, how much was
It
it?
cost only €7.
Yeah, only €7 for 2 cappuccinos and 2 snacks. I mean, that would have easily cost at least, I don't know, €15 somewhere else in Rome maybe. To get in the bus, I'll show you around. So it's hot, but I mean, when with the wind, you don't feel the heat, right?
No.
You don't need to feel. Actually, in fact, I was sleeping.
Yeah, I was really sleepy.
I had a small nap as well. So yeah, the ride was. Some comments say it was bumpy, but
I mean, it's bumpy because of the road.
because of the road. But other than that, it was comfortable.
Not like going in a car, but
Yeah. Okay, we are at 2000 meters above sea level on Mount Etna. So the guide explained to us that we have two options, right?
Yep.
We can either take the cable car or the quad bikes. Cable car is 50 euros per person. Quad bike is 55 euros per person, but the quad bike comes with the guide and some other activities, while the cable car is just takes us to 2500 meters above sea level.
Now we are in 2000.
Yeah, so it takes us 500 meters above. It's really cold here.
And it's very cloudy, so there's no point of taking the cable car.
Cloudy, that's what we thought, because if it is cloudy, we won't see anything. Yeah, so we have 3 hours here. We'll see what we can do. Probably we go in cable car, we don't know. But we'll eat something first, take some time and yeah, enjoy the views. We have some volcanic ash here. Okay.
Guys, you want to go with us?
Eat something. We'll eat something and come back. Okay, we hired 2 jackets because it's cold here. 2 jackets are like 10 euros per piece, and you have to leave your ID with them. For the whole day, it's 10 euros. I think it's worth it because without the jackets, you can't stay here. It's cold. Yeah. So I'll tell you the prices. For the cable car, it's 50 euros per person. For the 4x4 mountain quad bikes, it's 55 euros, including the guide and all the other excursions. The cable car just takes you to 2500 meters level. That's it. No guides or anything. And because of the cloud cover, we thought we won't say anything, we won't see anything, so we didn't go for the cable car. But so the cable car is for return journey as well. But from the 2500 meter point where the cable car ends, you can get a 4x4 truck ride. That's additional 30 euros per person. So that's an option. So if you take both options, it will cost you 80 euros per person to go from the cable car and to get the 4x4 truck experience. So you can see all the craters and all that. I think if you want to explore in detail, the quad bike option is the best because it comes with the guide and they explore many.
And because of the cloud, they told that they won't be able to see the
panoramic view. So you won't have any view, but yeah. Sometimes you won't see the summit as well because of the cloud cover. They can't guarantee it. Yeah, so what we are doing is we are going to go up this small hill here that some people are climbing. So probably we'll do that hike, and yeah, let's see what else to do.
And we need to get back into that meeting point by 4 o'clock.
Now it's 2 p.m.
They told it will take around 45 minutes to go up.
That's to the 2500 meter mark. We are not going that
No,
far.
no.
We are going just here. I think we can see the summit now. The clouds are clearing. This looks like a crater. We are walking along the edge of the crater. This is not the main crater. This is like a smaller crater of Mount Etna. There's like another smaller one there. It's a couple of craters. And there's another small crater on the other side. Okay, we are back. Now we have, what's the time now?
3:30.
3:30. Another half an hour? Yeah. We have another half an hour to go until our bus departs. So we'll just have a look around those souvenir shops. That's it, I think, for today's adventure. So this was totally spontaneous because we didn't plan. Our initial plan was to go to the temples actually, because we didn't know that it took so long, the train ride. Yeah, so that cannot be done. So this is like a travel tip and travel advice for you guys. If you are visiting Sicily, leave at least 1 week for Sicily alone, and if you can, go straight to Palermo, spend the first night in Palermo, then go into see the temples, then come back to Palermo, then explore Messina, from Messina to Catania, and then Syracuse, then yeah, that's it. So that's my advice if you want to explore Sicily. The sky has cleared. Fortunately now we don't have time, otherwise we would have gone up. Right?
Yeah.
Don't have time. You can see the summit of Mount Etna. Summit, we climbed up there until we climbed somewhere in the middle of Mount Etna. So we are at 2000 level mark again. So yes, and I also collected souvenir volcanic rocks. So I did it last time as well. I took 2 volcanic rocks from Mount Vesuvius. So I did the same to this time from Mount Etna. Okay, that's it. I'll show you if there's any more updates. I think this is where we are, and we went up to here. That's Mount Etna. Another landmark in Sicily, Catania, is the Castle Ursino. you are seeing behind me. I'm not going to go into details as usual about the history, but just that it's a very old castle built in the 13th century, I think, also, and it has been a royal seat in Sicily, in Catania, and has withstood a lot of turbulent times in Sicily, including the earthquake, great earthquake. So yeah, Castle Ursino, and also it's in good condition, unlike some other castles I have seen, especially in Caen, like in France. It's in good condition. All the towers are in perfect condition, intact. And you can also see the moat. It's a very deep moat to prevent any enemy attacking. And later it was used as a prison as well, so prisoners won't be able to escape. It's a museum now, open to public, but I don't think it's open today, especially at this time. Now it's 6 p.m. almost, past 6 p.m. So this is one more landmark in Catania I wanted to visit. It would have been great if I could go up one of those towers, because there would be the great view with the Mount Etna. It's a beautiful castle. So Sicily is not your typical Italian destination, right? That's why I understand after only coming here, because your typical Italian destination is like Rome or Positano or Florence. So there's no like world-renowned landmarks are not here. There are churches, there are forts, but you may have hardly heard of them, right? I'm not saying it's not worth coming here. Definitely, there's plenty of things to do, but there are other things, like if you are using public transport, then this is it can get little bit tough here. Trains are not that frequent, and it's hard to get to the other side, like Palermo. It's hard to get. You have to be prepared for more time here, and also streets can be look like this. Yeah. So you got to be prepared to do the right thing. So one thing is definitely book a tour, right? Like you did, book a tour. It will cost you like 15 euros for the city tour, or the 30 euro one to get to Mount Etna. So don't be stingy with your money. Spend those money on the tour, and it will save you a lot of time and pain. Don't try to walk to every location and everything. You can do that, but book a tour, and it will save you a lot of time and effort. Okay? And also give more time to Sicily. Don't try to do it like we did. So we gave already 3 days, 2.5 days. There's one more day to go. Give at least 1 week. Give at least 1 week and to enjoy enjoy Sicily to the fullest. So that's what I have to say. Don't rush with Sicily. You have to take it slow. Looking at the church probably for the last time. Huh?
Yeah.
Won't be coming here again.